I'm Liz Stetler with DAV, Disabled American Veterans, and we are here celebrating National Hire a Veteran Day. And I'm here with Jeremy Yost with our employment program. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, thank you for having me today.
It's our pleasure. So, we're here to celebrate Hire a Veteran Day. It's celebrated by employers all across the country, including the federal government, on July 25th every year. And it's a great reminder for organizations to look for the qualities that veterans have to offer for their organization, as well as raise awareness for the veterans themselves that are out there looking for a job on what kind of careers might be best for them, what kind of options there are, and that type of thing. So, without further ado, Jeremy, I would like to talk a little bit about the importance of veteran employment and why does DAV have an employment program?
So DAV has an employment program because the job is not done just from when they get off of active duty or when they get their disability claim, but they need to also have gainful employment so they can provide for their families, but also for their communities as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And can you talk a little bit about what the employment landscape looks like for veterans right now?
So over this last 6 months, we've seen an adjustment in the employment landscape with the hiring freezes from the government that just got extended to October 15th. We are seeing less employers hiring veterans currently, and more veterans that are coming to be employed. Now we're seeing a dramatic downtick in government positions because of the hiring freeze, but this is also affecting contractors. This is also affecting education that is federally funded that helps veterans with that transition. And we're seeing this on the civilian side too, because less and less positions are being put out there because of the possible chances of recession.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, what are some of the resilient industries out there?
So one of the resilient industries that we're seeing is state government agencies right now because they're taking the individuals that have lost employment due to the government hiring freezes or the reduction, and they're giving them roles that are pretty close to what they did in the federal government, and they're being able to use that experience and knowledge that those individuals are bringing to enhance those state and federal positions.
Yeah. Um, Talk a little about the skills and strengths that veterans bring to the workplace. Speaking of which,
So there's a lot of different skills that veterans bring to the table just from the basic training that we receive while we're on active duty. One of the biggest ones is adaptability. While we were in the military, we always had to be flexible because there's always things that we need to adjust because the job is going to change with the circumstances that are brought to us. They're very team oriented, so they're going to want to work with not just as an individual, but also work in a team environment for your company. Work ethic, they're always wanting to be on time or early to make sure that they're always there and ready and available. They have leadership and teamwork experience from even the smallest individuals that might be leading one person to entire battalions. Their dedication is always going to be there for the organization if they feel like it's going to be fulfilled. They're mission focused, so anything that you're going to give to them, they're going to move forward, and they have an extreme attention to detail to make sure that the job's going to get done and get done right the first time.
that's awesome. So they have all these skills and strengths, but what are some of the struggles that they're facing out there in the job market? And second part of that question is how does DAV help address that?
Yeah. So one of the biggest struggles that we see with a lot of veterans currently is not knowing the opportunities that they have available. So that's why our DAV employment partner it helps with that process on helping them with that transitioning to the civilian workforce or government workforce if they have a job in that sector as well. So one of the biggest things is giving them the resources and information to be able to search for those positions that they might not know that are out there. One of one of the biggest things when it comes to ours is we are one of the few entire job boards that is strictly there for veterans, spouses, and their children. And that is not something that every single group has that they're able to use. Now, the other things is understanding how to transfer your skills and strengths to the civilian sector. Now, you can use that with your education centers on base. You can also use that with your local leavers or local veterans employment representatives that can help you with that process as well. So you can take the information that you have and be able to put it into a resume for that. Additionally, a lack of support because a lot of individuals don't know and they've not provided this before they get off of active duty. So that's why we provide this information out for free and no cost to them to give them that information to be able to succeed. They can also go on our corporate partners website, Recruit Military, to also learn how to write their civilian resumes, but also federal resumes as well, at no cost to them.
That's great. Um, yeah, can you talk a little bit about when it comes to introducing themselves to potential employers and using an elevator pitch? Can you talk a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, so a 30-second elevator pitch is you providing your experience, your knowledge, and what you bring to the table to these companies or to these organizations. Now, when it comes to doing our job fairs or submitting your resume on our job board, these companies know what you're bringing to the table when it comes to your military experience or your military experience in our community. What they don't know is what you bring to the table for those specific roles. Any type of leadership, any type of education, certifications, or experience that will help them succeed or help you succeed in the roles that they're trying to fill.
Yeah, so when wanting to land an interview or just build their network, what are some good ways that veterans can like make an impression?
So, building their network, first thing I would say is you have a free year of one premium service through LinkedIn. So, that would be one way of starting to build your network. The other way is building your network with the people that you have inside the military, because a lot of us will learn from the individuals that we have, and they can also possibly help you find employment as well. Now, when it comes to impressing those companies that you're looking to be hired by, dress to impress. When you do these job fairs, whether they're in person or virtual, dress to be successful. Don't, we always say dress higher than the position that you want. Another thing is know what the company is that you're trying to talk to. Don't go up to them and just ask them what type of jobs do they have. That's the immediate shut off for most recruiters. But go up there and ask questions like, how did you get your job? Or what is it fulfilling? Or where do you see yourself in 10 years? These are questions that the recruiter is going to ask these back to you, and you're going to be able to provide that information to them. So, knowing what you're looking for and also keeping your eyes open to other opportunities will better make it where you find that next position that you're looking for.
Great. So let's say they have that great conversation with an employer. That employer loves their resume and says, I'm ready for you to come in for an interview. What should veterans keep in mind for that first, or really any civilian interview? Military.
Always remember that most companies are going to hire who they like, not always the most educated or certified for that position. They can teach you the role. What they can't teach is somebody that they want to be around throughout the day. So it's always best when you're talking to these companies, be polite, be respectful, and have a general conversation with them or a natural conversation. Don't make anything where it's pushing too much or too behind. A good way of doing it is asking them questions about themselves and how they got the position, because that's going to make it feel more natural for that recruiter and for you to be able to answer the questions that they're going to be asking when they return that as well.
Great. And then when it's coming to like being at the new job, interacting with their new coworkers after the military, what kind of expectations should these veterans have at their new career?
The biggest thing is understanding that you're not in the military anymore. Civilian positions are a lot different than military positions, but understanding that, learning and adapting to what's coming towards you, and then understanding the policies and the job descriptions, knowing what they're looking for from you will help you succeed on those next steps.
Great. Um, when it comes to how they appear to their employers, what would you tell employers about what to expect from their veteran employees that they might not see in those non-military peers?
Yeah. So understand that military are very focused on the mission and focused on how to move forward and enhancing their careers, but also the careers around them. So one of the things that you might not see when you're hiring a veteran is they're going to be highly motivated to be better in the position that they're in, but also for upper mobility as well. So looking at that and understanding and providing that opportunities or providing them those next steps is going to make it where that individual is going to want to work for you for a long period of time and not just a short stint once they get off of active duty.
Yeah. What are some other ways that employers can retain veteran employees?
So one of the biggest ones is starting an ERG group, an employment resource group that you can mentor, educate, and ultimately have that military community inside of your organization. That will make it where those individuals feel more at home and are willing to stay, even if they believe that it's paying less than what they're worth. But if they feel that group, they're going to want to stay with your organization for a long period of time.
And when it comes to trying to find those veteran employees, we mentioned that there's a lot of barriers. How can these employers reach across barriers and find these job seekers?
One of the biggest ways you can do that is working with organizations like ours. You can contact us at employment@dav.org. Currently, right now, we have over 200,000 positions with over 1,700 companies, and you could be one of those individuals or one of those companies that wants to specifically hire from our military community. That way, you will have that experience and knowledge that you're looking for, or even just an individual that's willing to come to work on time and is willing to help you move forward on those next steps.
Absolutely. And same question, but for veterans, how can veterans reach across the barriers and meet these employers that are seeking veterans for their organization?
First thing, let us help you. Contact us at jobs.dav.org so we can help you with searching our job board, using our resources, and then using our community to help grow your network so then you can find that next position for you. That would be easily available at jobs.dav.org or contacting us at employment@dav.org as well.
Great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today, Jeremy.
Thank
And we're happy to have you with us. To our viewers today, thank you for joining us. If you have questions about employment, the employment program here at DAV, please check out jobs.dav.org.